knew you were there. So was you in a hurry to get to her, like traffic or hospital, car park, you know, hurry. And when you get there, she's in a bed, and you know, she's out of it, and you think
she wasn't there.
Yeah, and to me, she could see you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm getting
her anniversary today of 9 years.
I don't know why she's coming in with baby, but you're not going to fall pregnant, so don't worry. But I can see a baby with her. Okay, but she says it's not hers. She's saying she did not lose a baby. Okay, but she's saying it's not her baby. But she has come in not with a child, but a baby in a blanket. I also would like to emphasise with Mum, there's another lady with her. And I feel I'm here with your mum and your mum's mother. So I'm here with the two. Okay, and they're sharing a baby between them. Okay, so to me, I just get this little infant. So it wouldn't have been a walking child. It would have been a blanket or didn't live very long after it was born. I am getting the colour blue, so I'd say little boy. I am seeing it being planned to be born. I also get an ethnic-looking lady here. She wouldn't be like Scottish or Irish background, but she would have that conscious of the fact of like more Europe. Okay, so I wouldn't be saying English or UK ancestry, but I've got it with grandma.
Yeah, my grandmother was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York, that's the States. Okay, it's interesting because I wanted to say Russia, but I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. But she wasn't actually born here, and I feel there's a baby that passed there. Because they're showing me this baby not dying in this country. But Mum is in spirit with her, and Mum has come in to give you comfort. Okay? God bless you, darling. You've got a sin or something. There's a battle or something needs sewing on. He's giving me that to you. There'll be a sign. I've been talking to her. You weigh something in the next few days that's going to come off. Okay? Remember me. Come to you, darling. Okay? I keep hearing Bill. He smokes. He goes to get down his knee. I wanted to say husband with him, but he goes, no, you're wrong, he's saying me. And he makes me want to work. He's also talking to me that your letterbox is up the spout, and you've got postmen around you that's very naughty. So you know how letters get delivered? Or they're not using your letter up your garden or something, but all I can see is this bike and it looks postman. I want to say this is not a husband I'm seeing, because he's telling me he's definitely not a husband. I have to go to your back. Okay, and he's straight, he's got his finger out. I don't know, I just heard Bill. I just kept getting him very, very Jewish told sort of person. He's not, he doesn't actually come in looking like you. So that's where I got confused. But he says he's a dad. And he said, you still not got it right, he's telling me. I'd have to go to your husband's side of the family. I'd have to go to your husband's father. And I also feel factories around him, like factories. And he's really having a go at me as if I'm not getting it right for him. Okay, but he was very much a perfectionist in the way he talks. I also felt that he's showing me like he didn't have a life he felt he deserved. Okay, like shift hours, 24/7, work. It could be back in Scotland. I also did see he was very hard on your husband when hubby was a little boy. Okay, and before I leave you, there's a Margaret in spirit too, or there's a Maggie or a Margaret in spirit, but she's a lot fatter than you.
They're not fat, okay.
A lot more housewifey. Apparently you don't do enough housework, she's telling me. I don't know, it could be washing up, cooking or hoovering or that sort of stuff. I can see a husband around you, darling, but I just didn't get like you're with him like you should be. Yeah. And it just feels like it's husband's father that's talking to me about that. But the amazing thing is, I just feel this lady is on your husband's side as well. And she didn't know what to think when you married him either. And she's telling me she always thought you were lazy or not going to be doing the housework or doing the cooking. And I thought I could be looking at milk puddings, you know, with the rice and the tapioca, old-fashioned sort of puddings, as if she would nurture your husband a lot when husband was little. I don't feel this is your husband's mother I'm seeing. The way she's coming to me, I feel husband's grandmother. Okay, so I'll be back a bit, but she's really old. And I know that she had a lot to do with husband's birthday. But it's your husband that is in spirit that's talking about the postman.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't think he's coming in and wanting, you know, like, come out with me, the milkman and the postman, I up and gets the hots for you, not like that.
No,
But he's bugging your husband in spirit.
Yeah.
But your husband's there with his father, and I first come through with a lady, but it's not his mother, it's his grandmother. I don't get he had a lot of childhood with his parents. I'm seeing more of a grandmother in his early life. Let's move on. I got a beautiful lady in spirit, and all she's telling me is Mabel. I thought more, she says Mabel. So she's very loving, she's very giving. She says she's your mother. She's actually coming in old. Grandmother, she's coming in old. Once again, she's nurturing you, and I feel she brought you up a lot. Yeah, and she thinks you're beautiful. Even when you're 7 years old, 12 years old, she lived very long. She had the privilege to see you grow up. She's very, very old, and you know what? She's looking through the window and she still sees you beautiful. Okay, that you haven't changed much from a little boy. And that's how she's blessing you. She's definitely got her blessings. She's very loving. Very loving. I don't think she had a temper anywhere. I'm sure you have a temper, but she never showed it. All I could see, she's very loving around you, and she wants you to know that she will never leave you, and she'll always be with you. And I did see kind of like her as if she got to see you married or settling down, and that's what she wanted to. Okay, so I don't know whether it's the first one, but she talks about the first one, but now you're together. But she also says she loves you too. She also seems to be close to you as well. Okay, or you gave her Christmas cards, or you took her out for a ride, or you took her to the park, and you did things for her. Okay, and when I was seeing you, darling, I keep getting how can I put it? I could see your mum in spirit. Okay, and unlike his grandma, she's looking at you going, make sure I get straight with you. You know, don't bother her too much. Can you understand that? Yeah. But she's also, mum's also mellowed a lot, and she's also like in your maturity. Okay, you've grown up, and she feels close to you the way you think of her. But thank you for the way you think of mum. Okay, but she wasn't easy going with you. You could never please her. Okay, but she's there as if she had things to complete, and that has completed. Okay, and your health is just going to get better. Okay, so for a lot of your health is connected to how mum passed and how you couldn't get close. But she is more closer to what you think since she's passed on. And she wasn't a total person that put any credit around you or gave you any confidence. You know, I've got a husband, it looks like having a smash in a car or something. It just seems to be getting this guy who looks bleeding. But it might be the first husband. Yeah. Was there some bleeding with him in the past? I can see he's bleeding, and then I thought he was irresponsible. You get in the car and just drive, whether they had brakes or not. I can see this guy very irresponsible, but I don't get he died in a car accident. I just thought he needed blood transfusions or something. And I'm having a bit of a fight because mum won't let him in. Okay, so your mum didn't approve of him, but I can see him there and I can't leave him. But when I go back to mum, she talks of Rosie, or it sounds like Rose to me, or Rosie. but it's an aunt on mum's side of the family I'm looking at. And I'm also getting, when I go to talk to hubby, I keep hearing Brad, or it sounds like Brad, or Brett, sorry, sorry, I should listen better. When I go back to your husband that's in spirit, he's progressing over the sun. Okay, it is his natural son, and God bless you, darling. He loves you like a dad because he's living the son. He's not going anywhere. But just say nothing, okay? Just say nothing because it's not affairs, it's money problems. Okay, so don't worry. It can work out. Don't think of the worst. Okay. But I felt your husband's come in because when you separated, the boys were young. Okay, so the boys were young. So they're teenagers or 10 or 11. Or you were just left, okay? And mum's come in as if she wanted to help you, but you were very independent too, okay? But keep being independent, but your health is stable. So I saw injections around you, but I don't know what it's for. But it's all right because you're spiritual, you're forgiving, and it's going to stabilise your health, okay? And I'll leave you with this sweet grandma. Mabel, I couldn't understand what it's Mabel, Ellen. So it's all right, Don, I don't want 2 names. Don't give me 2 names. Well, she's just there. Okay.
I was actually with her the night she passed over.
And she talks of Bob in spirit too.
I was 17 actually the night she passed over when I actually performed CPR and she had a massive heart attack. I tried to...
Well, she's there. She loves you dearly, and she's talking about she's with a Bob. A Robert. A Bob.
She had a few boyfriends.
That is important
Lovely lady.
to bring that up. Okay? It's a strange lady I've got. Well, at the same time, I really feel that she was focused on a sister, or she was focused on a boy that's important to her. So maybe I'm seeing her communicating to me about her grandson or your nephew as the only one that she lived for, that she lived. And I could be hearing Jennifer, okay, Jenny, or Jen.
That's a grandmother.
Sorry?
Your grandmother was Jenny.
Okay, well just
I mean, her mother was
hold it there, because all I can see with Mum, she's showing me her, okay? But it's interesting because when I see Mum, she seems to have very high morals and very high standards, okay? But the grandma that's there wanted to look after you, okay? But Mum and Dad weren't getting on.
Yeah, they could butt heads occasionally.
I didn't get divorced,
No.
but the communication with the 2 parents weren't too very good when you were about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or primary school years. And I got this grandmother would want to give you a chocolate biscuit. Okay, so it might be like if your parents are telling you off or something.
Yeah.
You know, she'd tell your dad off for telling you off, or
Yeah,
your mum,
yeah, that's
and
good,
she'd
Mum.
give you a chocolate
Yeah,
biscuit.
that's good.
Okay, so if he's only
That's
5
good.
years old, it doesn't mean that he just put his foot on the chair. Yeah, but he put a hole in it. Poof. And they would tell you.
Heads off.
Yeah, but I really feel that the grandmother has come in. Mum is there with the grandmother. But I don't know why they're talking about a cousin, but it looks like a sister. But Grandma's saying it's the granddaughter in spirit. So either Mum has sister that's passed on,
I've never had any sisters.
or it's a cousin of yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it can be a cousin. And I also thought I heard Joan. Okay, well it sounded like Joan or Joanne. But I feel there's a young person that's in the 30s or the 40s. Died of cancer, okay, died of cancer. So it can be, go back to Grandma, it can be like she had a sister, or there was a young one that passed, okay? God bless you, darling, and I see the light around you, and a lot of things are working out for you, and Grandma's got you, you get your chocolate biscuit, you've got and you've got a place to live. Or when you've been stressing about where you're living, it's now going to fall into place. Okay, so if you just move.
Now I've,
September.
thank you.
September. You've applied for a move,
Oh, yeah.
and you will get it.
Okay, thank you.
September. I ain't going anywhere. I'm sorry. I don't know. It just seems to be coming out to be good and sorting him out. He may be the youngest of your children, but I'll be seeing the son. Got some like 25, 26, more 30, yeah? And I heard spiritualism, we say 28 is coming of age. Okay, like, oh, I suddenly hit maturity at 28. You come off drugs and find God by 31. In the man law, 18 is coming of age. But no, it's all cycles, so 4, 7s are 28. And I just got, is it Dan or Danny or?
Dan.
Daniel, yeah. And I thought that you have a mum in spirit. I see this lady in spirit, looks a bit like you, but she looked very strict. She looked a bit strict. Not strict, but proper. Yeah, that'll be the right word for her. You know how English people have cups of tea and sauces and yeah, you have a mug? You know like that. She's very nurturing.
Yes.
And she's around your son. Okay? And she says he's the youngest.
Daniel's the youngest.
Yes, big baby. And he's out of home, correct?
Well, in and out.
I actually feel that I'll give you 18 months, but I've got a new beginning with Daniel. Your mother is with him, and I just feel it's got something to do with work. Okay, so is it some sort of outdoor stuff he does?
Yes, he works on this electrical substation.
About 18 months ago, was it, or 2 years ago? Because I can see a job, yeah, that's not stable, but he loves it. And I only hope it doesn't destroy his self-esteem, but sometimes you get new bosses. And then they go and another boss comes in, but doesn't mean say he's sad. There's something he's got to go with the flow with, because he's just getting on track. He's mentally about 24. So he's reliving 21 and 24. And he should catch up in 2 years' time. But there's a lot of spiritual help there, darling. And I do feel when I saw Mum, she wasn't going to let you down. She didn't want to go to hospital.
No.
She won't die at home.
Yes.
And she's got a wish. All I can see is a bed. She's warm. That's all I can see with her. Don't feel she's suffered. But she's talking about ambulances. I've got to back out with her. I saw their house. I saw the ambulance. I can't see anymore. So if you think she died in hospital, she didn't. She really died there. Okay.
She may have given up there, but she did die in hospital.
Yeah. And I saw Mum talk of Anne in spirit. There's an Anne in spirit, or an Anna, or Hannah, or Anna. Looks a bit German.
Aunt Anna. She's
Yeah.
Swedish.
Yeah, sorry
Yeah.
for saying German.
Yeah.
But she is there with your mum, okay? And she had a lot to do with Mum's childhood when Mum was young. And this young boy in 18 months is going to come good. All right? Okay, so spiritual help there, and he will eventually get out of the house.
That's a really promise. We don't.
Get the frying pan. And they couldn't breathe. They couldn't, was it consumption or lungs, or just couldn't breathe.
I've had 4 days.
This one looks English.
Oh, yes.
It's got an accent. I thought Ronald. I thought, which one's secondly, darling? Ronald? Tommy. I described him. He's very English. He's English to me, so I see you a little girl. I see you a little girl. You may be primary school, or 10, 11, or about 13, but you look young. And I just felt you worked bloody hard. And all I could see, couldn't breathe, but then went quick. Got his sleeves up here. Like doesn't, come like I'm going to let you down. But it's like he's got his arm around you. That's what I could see with him. It's like you're really young. Like he missed out on you. Okay. Mum remarries, and that doesn't work out. There's a divorce. There's another one. She marries again. But you have to grow up. I also feel definitely got this man given me England, so he would not have lived here. But you see, in heaven, there is no Australia or England. Okay. I also had him admiring you. And I feel that he never had a lot of time to say I love you, because he was always working, but he loved your mum. You said Tommy, didn't you, darling? Yeah, you talked to me. You said Tommy. Tony. Anthony. Because he's got hair. He's not totally bald, but it's going, and he looks 40s. So I wouldn't say he was 60, but I really had him coming in as if he wasn't looking after himself when he died. You know, when you see a doctor, he wasn't looking after himself. He wasn't quick. There is an Albert in spirit, or Albert, Alfred. There's Arthur. There's someone else there. Yeah, Archie. He's not snobby, but I couldn't understand whether he was saying Archie. But I'm trying to work